Hey guys, what's up? Bonzi Chun here, and today we have another deck profile for you guys. This is a Keldeo water box deck. I was trying to make Lapras water box work and expanded, but every time I kept playing, I keep telling myself, why am I not playing Keldeo instead of Lapras? So this is my version of a Keldeo water box deck. It does use Archies, and I think it's been doing pretty well. And so let's get right into it. So main attacker of the deck right here is, oops, I took one out. Is Keldeo-EX. This is the Keldeo-EX that you all know and love. It's one of the Russian ability and Secret Sword. It does 20 more damage for each water energy attached to this Pokemon, and does this for 3 energy. So when you get the 3 energy on there, you're immediately doing 110 damage for 3 energy, with an extra 20 for every energy attachment that you do. We play one Glaceon-EX to deal with GX decks that are running around, and other evolution decks that are just running around. Does pretty good, and also the second bite's not bad for finishing off Pokemon with a lot of damage on them. We play one Manaphy-EX for the Aqua Tube ability, just to retreat in and out for free. We are using Keldeo, so this is not really needed, but it comes in handy when you get something stuck in the active that you don't want. You could just use one energy to retreat anything off your board. We play one Regice to deal with EXs. This is just more of a stall card in case we get off to a bad start. And then we play two Blastoise with the Deluge ability. We don't play the rest of the line, just the Blastoise. We are going to just discard it and use Archie's Ace in the Hole to get it out. And then we play two Shaymin-EX for the draw support, and one Jirachi-EX. Now this Jirachi-EX is the one that lets you grab support from your deck and add it to your hand. We'll mainly be using this to grab out Archie's Ace in the Hole in the early game. We play two Battle Compressor to discard our Blastoise, and as well as anything else that we want to get rid of that we don't need for that game. We play 4 Dive Ball for search ability, 1 Escape Rope just in case, 4 Max Elixirs to power up our Keldeos, 1 Super Rod to recycle anything in our discard pile that we want back in there, mostly energies, sometimes a Keldeo, 4 copies of Trainers Mail just to grab those trainers, 2 copies of Ultra Ball, mostly to grab the Shaymins and occasionally the Jirachi if we get the perfect setup that we want. 4 VS Seekers, because VS Seekers is just good. No reason not to play 4 VS Seekers. 3 copies of Rough Seas to heal up, and also just our stadium of choice. 2 copies of Archie's Ace in the Hole. Now when you play this, you want to make sure you have open bench space to put the Blastoise down, and that's my dog, snoring again. Then you can draw 5 cards. 1 copy of Colress, just for more draw. 1 copy of Fisherman. This is great when you have a lot of energies in your discard pile. You can grab them out from your discard pile and then use Blastoise to attach them to your Keldeo. 1 copy of Lysandre. 2 copies of N. 1 copy of Pokemon Center Lady, just because Hypnotoxic Laser and Expanded is still very rampant. 4 copies of Professor Sycamore, single best draw support in the game, no reason to not be playing it. 3 copies of Fighting Fury Belt for our Keldeos, or one of our other water Pokemon that we use. And we only run basics except for the Blastoise, so Fighting Fury Belt's a good choice. And then 10 copies of basic water energy. So that's the deck, guys. And let's get a game in. Yes, we want to discard those changes because I want the list that we were using. So Archie's water box, let's go. Alright, so we are going up against some kind of dragon deck. Again, guys, I'm playing like at 4 o'clock in the morning, so hopefully we get some really good decks in. I've noticed that when I play like around the 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. mark, I usually get better quality games, and usually against more refined decks. Not necessarily like the top tier decks, but just more refined, where it's like they actually know what they're building and they know how to play the deck. Not necessarily the people who just stick a bunch of random cards together and hope it works. Those are the people you tend to get in the afternoon, but in the middle of the night you get the people who are grinding and playing more refined decks, or just testing out decks that they think might be good. So we don't get a basic, which really sucks. And we are going second. That is not the basic we want to see, unfortunately. Which really sucks. I really don't want this out there. Oh boy. Okay, is this a Latios OTK? It probably is. Alright, he's got the Psychic Energy. He's got the Muscle Band. Oh boy, we had to watch our opponent play Solitaire, guys. This is the deck that I wish would die in a fire. This deck is not fun to play against. Pretty much you just sit here, and you might as well just concede most of the time, but sometimes I'll just sit here and wait it out just to see if they don't have the damage. He needs 30 more damage, which in reality is 3 more plus powers or a Kukui. He hasn't played a supporter yet. Hang on, let's just get ready, because I'm probably going to concede this because this... Okay, needs 10 more damage to win. This really sucks. Okay, come on, don't get the plus power. Don't get the plus power. He did not get the plus power, which is really awesome for us. Okay, so we're gonna drop our Rough Seas here. So he obviously he's obviously not very good at playing solitaire. We're gonna drop this we're gonna grab this Keldeo real quick. Now our hopes of getting the first turn Archies is not available to us, so let's just end here. See what we get here. Okay, that's cool. So we got a Fighting Fury Belt. Let's drop down the Fighting Fury Belt, and then let's Max Elixir here. We got the White Energy. Throw down the Keldeo. Shaymin for 3. See if we can get a good setup going here. Now that's not bueno, so we're gonna rush in here. And then we're just going to pass off our turn here. Now, these kind of decks normally don't play Lysandre. Their goal is to go for that first turn kill. It is very possible for him to one-shot this if he gets the right pieces of the puzzle. This is a deck that I wish would die in a fire, just because it's stupid, and really all he's doing is playing solitaire. He's playing more solitaire than Mega Ray players do, and Mega Ray, I feel like, is still a deck that actually requires skill. This just requires you just to get all the combo pieces and basically play solitaire. Is really all this deck aims to do, is just play solitaire. You get to watch your you don't play Pokemon when you play this deck. You get to watch your opponent play Pokemon while you sit there and twiddle your thumbs. This is usually the part of the game where I load up an episode of anime on Crunchyroll and just sit here and watch. So I don't know what our opponent's doing. Usually there's a flowchart for this deck. Like, can you play this? Then play that. If you can't play that, can you play this? Then play it. But that reminds me, guys, I will be making a video of the decks that I want to watch die in a fire because I don't like the decks. Not something more like I just don't like the decks. It's more of I feel like the decks are very unhealthy for the way the game is played now. I feel like the decks are just very unhealthy for the meta and for the format that we're in, as well as just for the game in general. We'll rather via Seeker just open up our options for next turn. We could just Sycamore, but I feel like N might be a possibility too. And let's just Secret Sword him. Secret Sword him for 110. Take him out next. Oh, 120. Oops. We'll take him out next turn. But tomorrow's video, guys, will probably be my top 5 decks that I want to watch die in a fire. And what I mean by that is I want them to get completely wrecked by rotation. Because I feel like the decks have been way too strong for way too long, and I feel like it'd be healthy for the meta for things to get shooken up a little bit. Healthy for the game longevity. I'm tired of seeing the same 3 decks be good at every regionals. I would like to see some more variety in the game. 2, they're decks that use cards from so many different eras in the game that I don't think Pokemon intended them to be strong for as long as they were. And then 2, I think that they're decks that really should not be around anymore just because they're not only are they strong, but 2, they just don't do a whole lot for the format anymore. I mean, like, Yveltal Maxi has been good for how long? Things like Toad have been good for how long? Also, just some of the mechanics that those decks abuse are just, they've been in the game for so long and they're been proven to be unhealthy. People don't like them. They rage at when they see them come out. I like to see more interesting decks come about. In Expanded, there's not a whole lot of cards from not just Sun and Moon, but not even from Steam Siege or from Evolutions or from Breakpoint. Actually, no, okay, so like Steam Siege, Evolutions, like the last 3 sets, they're not really well represented at any major tournament. I would like to see more stuff that's come out in the standard rotation make its way down into standard. Just because I feel like it would be a much more healthier meta just to see more variety and more newer cards come into rotation. So we do in this game. Also, I'd like to see one, the decks. I feel like the decks aren't healthy. I like to see more variety in the meta. And two, I would like to see just more creativity come out. I mean, it's not that hard to build and pilot Toad. It's not that hard to build and pilot Night March. It's not that hard to build and pilot Yveltal Maxis. It's not that hard to play Mega Ray. I mean, I like to see more interaction in Pokemon instead of like, oh, can I one-shot you? Okay, if I can one-shot you, I'm doing this. I would like to see more interaction in the game. It's just proven to be, especially in Expanded, it's just proven to be a lot of decks that don't require a whole lot of thought to pilot, and it's just, not to discredit any players who play those decks, it's just, it's boring to watch, it's boring to play against, it's boring to watch, it's boring to play against, and it's boring to see them keep playing, be played over and over again. So we get a less than optimal start here. We're going to Rough Seas, Battle Compressor away those, and Archies. We're going to Dive Ball here, grab ourselves a Keldeo. Now the question is, actually I have to Escape Rope first, because otherwise I won't be able to retreat the Shaymin. We're going to Sycamore here, draw ourselves some new cards. That Max Elixir's okay, but not great. We could Ultra Ball next turn. We want to do that next turn. So let's Max Elixir here. We did grab the Water Energy for the Regice. Let's drop down our Shaymin here, draw 2 cards. Okay, we can Trainers Mail here, try to get a Fighting Fury Belt or a Max Elixir. Fighting Fury Belt, nice. So next turn we do have the option to Archies, because we can Ultra Ball for nothing, or we can Ultra Ball for another Keldeo. Drop the actually no, we can't even drop the Keldeo. Okay, so that makes this option a little bit easier for us. So he's got his Vespiquen out. Let's see what he discards. Okay, so he's playing an item lock deck. That's another deck I like to see burn on fire, just item lock in general. Item lock is just proven to be unhealthy. It's just, oh my god, what are you doing? You can't even hit for that much damage. You can't even play that card, actually. Our Manaphy's not priced, so we can still grab that later. Interesting, his Vespiquen's ready. He's going to Battle Compressor away a bunch of his Pokemon. Okay, so he didn't hit the DC at all. So let's bump his Stadium here. Do we have an Archies in the discard pile? Yes, we do. So let's drop this. We're going to do that. Grab ourselves this. Actually, we're gonna grab the Glaceon in case he knocks out our. Keldeo. It'd be good to have this Glaceon ready. I'll grab the Archies. Drop the Archies. Drop our Blastoise onto our bench and get 5 cards. Use Deluge here. And now we start swinging. So we have to be a little conservative in this matchup just because of how many prizes we're going to have to take by knocking out. Usually these decks might play one Shaymin, and I thought we would have seen it by now. So he bumps our Stadium again, which really sucks because now that means... Oh, but he scoops. Okay, so that was how much... That was us getting the Archies out. The Archies you're not completely relying on, but it does really help. things like Max Elixir do help, but you're not, like I said, you're not completely reliant upon the art of using the Archies to win you the game. So we're gonna find ourselves another opponent here. I'm pretty sure he scooped because we took out the first Vespiquen and he only had one other one and he couldn't get the item lockout correctly. I don't know why. He was struggling to get the item lockout. It seemed like he was doing pretty good. So let's see what we get. We'll go up against here. We get a Shaymin start, which really sucks. If we can get a battle compressor, we can probably get the first turn Archies off. But as far as doing something else with that Archies is another story. Okay, so there's a Pineco. Oh, this is Latios, I think. Let's see what he gets off this Trainers Mail. He's not going to play that, right? Okay. So this is definitely a Latios deck again. So we'll do another matchup after this, guys. Maybe this guy will show off how much of a solitaire deck this thing is. Gets the Fortress out, which puts 10 damage onto us. Roller Skates. Tails. Oh, he got the heads. Darn it. De-evolution Spray. He's gonna get the Metagross off again. He's just gonna slowly be doing this. Gonna play it again. Hopefully he fails this. He does fail it. We got another try though. He's probably gonna grab the Shaymin off. Nope. Okay, so he's failed two. Okay, oh, now he's gonna try to scoop up Cyclone. And now he's just gonna drop down the Metagross again. Boom. And he scoops. Okay, so apparently he just down to play Solitaire. Then again, it's not completely a Solitaire game. He should have grabbed the Shaymin though. That would have been the more optimal move to grab more cards. I'm guessing he scooped because he didn't have enough. He didn't have the correct puzzle pieces in the hand. Yay, we got money. So let's go again, guys. Let's try to find a game where we actually get a long game in and we don't get someone who just concedes. The people who we've beat have mostly conceded to us, mostly because they had bad starts, it looks like. I usually don't concede games even when I have a bad start because I like to see how can I dig myself out of a bad situation. And it's taking a little while for us to find an opponent here. Doo-doo-doo. Alright, they're calling the coin flip. Swagamon. 3x666. You have such an original name there, man. Such an original name. Swagamon. Okay, we get no basics, so we're gonna mulligan. I didn't catch what types he's playing, so I don't even know what kind of deck we're going against. That's something I gotta pay attention more when I'm playing on TCGO. Let me know what you guys want. Hey guys, let me know in the comments what kind of decks you want to see me play. I'm gonna start trying to do also some more IRL battles against Lone Asian and Roasted and some of our other friends. Film some of those. Just bring up a little bit more variety of content in. I know I said I was going to take a break from Pokemon, but I actually like making these kind of videos where I make decks and show them off to you guys. I'm going to start bringing out some more budget options, mostly in the standard format, just because Expanded's kind of hard to build a budget deck that does well. I don't want to build a deck and the deck just suck. I actually want to build decks that you guys could actually take on the TCGO or take to a local tournament and do reasonably well. They're not going to be top tier. They're not even going to be, middle tier, but they're at least going to be able, you should be able to take some games with them though. And we're just going to rush in here. Starting 2 Archies really does suck. We didn't have a way to search out for our Jirachi either or a Shaymin, which really does suck, but if we can get a Sycamore soon, we can definitely put in some work. So he's grabbing the Skyla. So he can grab off this, maybe an Ultra Ball. So Mewtwo and Gengar. I don't even know what Gengar does. Okay. Poison. Okay. So he's probably playing Dimension Value. So he grabs the Professor Burst for next turn. We really need a draw supporter though in this situation. So he's probably just gonna hit us with the Scatter Shot. Why didn't he just do that? That was 33 damage. So we're gonna retreat here. Play this Max Elixir. We just don't have supporter in, so we'll just rush in here. So that's a little cheeky little combo you guys can do with Manaphy and Keldeo. And while he takes a turn here, guys, there'll just be a little intermission while I use the bathroom. So he's playing Carbink for some odd reason. That's a lot of damage he just put on us. So we're going to heal off that damage here. We're going to play this Ultra Ball. And I think the best move... Okay, so... I think actually grabbing the Jirachi here is better, because we can draw more cards off of the Jirachi versus the Shaymin. So we're going to drop this Jirachi here, and we're going to grab ourselves a Sycamore. We're going to drop the Sycamore down here, draw some cards. We do get the water energy, which is nice, but that's about it. We're going to hit him for 110. He's going to be doing 150, 160, so he's going to knock out this Keldeo next turn. We don't really have a follow-up play, which really sucks. Now, this was definitely not a good start for us here. Luckily, he doesn't have the Shriner memories down, so he's not going to be able to damage Shane. He's just going to be smacking us with Psychic Infidelity, which really does hurt us a lot, so our best bet is probably to go for that Gengar on the bench. This is definitely not a favorable matchup for us, just because we have such a lot of energy with the charge up versus him. We probably will be Sycamoring here. I'm not even sure I want to attach energy to Manaphy. Okay, we can Trainers Mail first though. So I don't want either one of these cards really. I don't want that, so we're gonna toss that. We're gonna drop that on the Manaphy in the Fighting Fury Belt, just because we could attack with it if we had to. So we got the Keldeo in here. We have the Battle Compressor, so let's get rid of this. Get rid of that. And I think 2 VS Seekers really sucks. Shoot. Okay, well, the Glaceon could come in handy, and so can the Regice, so we'll keep both of those. We're going to ditch the other Battle Compressor because we don't really need it. And we're going to ditch this N because we might be able to use that next turn. He's going to do 70 damage here, so I think it's better for us just to leave the Manaphy up there with the damage on it to actually know how to do more damage. So let's just rush in here. That way we take the least amount of damage on any of our Pokemon. And we'll pass off to him. Hopefully he doesn't have a really strong follow-up. He's going to be hitting us for 70 here, which we can heal off with the Rough Seas. We really need to get that Deluge Blastoise off though somehow. It's going to be really hard for us to do that though, because we have to not play a supporter. And these 2 VS Seekers in our hand are basically dead weight. So he's grabbing the birch. He's going to play the birch here. Hopefully he low rolls here. He does not low roll, so he gets the full 7 cards. So, what are we trying to do here? Probably going to be a Seeker here for an N or a Sycamore. So we're going to do that first. We're going to Ultra Ball away this and this. We're going to grab ourselves a Shaymin because we need to draw cards. We need more options. We need to start hitting those Max Elixirs somehow. Which we don't get any of. So we're going to drop this. Drop this. We can't Rough Seas. We can draw 5 off of that. Off the Colress. Or we can VS Seeker for a Sycamore. I think we should play the Colress here because otherwise we lose 2 of our VS Seekers. Okay, that's a little bit better. So we're going to retreat here. Bring out the Manaphy. We hit the Elixir, which is nice. Grab this Trainers Mail here. See if we can find another Elixir. We do not find another Elixir here. But that Super Rod is nice. We're going to grab that actually, though. We're going to shuffle in all those energies that we lost from the Keldeo. We should actually shuffle in 1 Keldeo in. Now I think about it, we should probably be playing a 3rd Keldeo in this deck. See if we can't hit. This is irritating. Let's let him take the free shot on the Manaphy here. So getting the Archies off late game really sucks because your hand tends to get a little clunky. If he bumps our stadium or we draw an ultra, oh my god, that's gonna hurt. So that is 3 times 6, 180, 190. That is damage. Oh boy. Okay. So 110 takes out his Mewtwo. So we're gonna drop down, hit the Rough Seas here. We're gonna grab ourselves the Regice for later. In hindsight, we should have grabbed the Keldeo, but that's fine. We had the Escape Rope for next turn. We get our 2 prizes, though, thank God. We got an End and a Fisherman, both which could be helpful. Now this Gengar is going to poison us, and he's going to switch into the Carbink. Which, our response to that is to actually play the Escape Rope, use the Regice, and probably stall out with that Regice so we get the Keldeo ready again. Well, let's see what he's Ultra Balling for here. So we're going against some weird homebrew Mega Mewtwo deck with Energy Evolution EVs too. I'm not entirely sure what his strategy is against us here. So he's going to get the Espeon. Oh, I see what he's doing. He's going for the easy knockout on our Jirachi with the GX move, which he needs to charge up a lot to do. I definitely think one possibility that we could be doing is Lysandre out that Espeon and 2-shotting it, just so that way he can't take the easy knockout on our Jirachi. And that's my chair creaking. So we're gonna heal up. We can 2-shot this, but then if he grabs the DCE, he's gonna knock it out this anyway. But if we don't knock that out, all he needs to do is hit a DCE to knock out our Jirachi, which he has 2 left in his deck possibly. So let's do this. Lysandre out that, and just Sacred Sword him. We can out heal the poison with the Rough Seas. I'm guessing he has the DCE in hand right now. Alternatively, we could have escaped rope and end him down to 2 cards. Yep, he has the DCE. Let's hit him with the well played. I definitely though think this deck has a lot of potential in expanded, especially if you want to play a water deck. But like I said, I was trying to make Lapras Water Box work and expanded, and I kept just telling myself, why am I not playing Keldeo? Keldeo, I think overall is just a better Pokemon to be using over Lapras and expanded especially. Alright guys, so that was my Archie's Water Box Keldeo deck. Let me know what you guys think in the description. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Until then, catch you guys next time. Peace out. Part of the way, I ended up going 5-4 for the day. Didn't place well, didn't do well. There was a couple games I could have. There was one.